I want to tell you a story, a true story. He had like a picture of. He opened up. Shut my effect. When he came to Panovich, the Chofetz Chaim told him, before you open a yeshiva, you have to do chesed. Is he opened up an orphanage home. He opened up a place for people that came from the war, that didn't have parents. And he had a beautiful matzav going. They had somewhere to sleep and eat. A beautiful family he created. You can imagine boys coming from the Holocaust, no family left. This one Erev Shabbos Kodesh, a boy shows up. His name is Miti. Mati's wearing his clothing from Auschwitz still. He's wearing his black and white striped. They used to make you wear prisoner clothing. They shouldn't be able to run away. They should see you. But it was dirty, it was filthy, it was hard. It hasn't been washed in years, it's ripped up. The lady comes over to Mati and she gives him a pair of clothing to change. But Mati doesn't change. And he goes to eat supper with his clothing, with his Auschwitz clothing. It looked like Purim, you can imagine. Some people were smiling. Mati goes to sleep with those clothing. In the morning, they had a therapist, like a psychologist, came in to speak to him. Mati said, it's fine, I want to keep these on. They didn't know what to do. They figured the Panovich Rav comes around at 2 o'clock in the afternoon of Shabbos to say Get Shabbos. I'll ask the Panovich Rav. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The Heilige Panovich Rav is walking down the hall. And the lady comes over to him and says, we have a boy over here that's not taking off his Auschwitz clothing. People are laughing. We have a problem over here. The Panovich Rav goes over to Mati. And Mati doesn't say a word. He just looks down. And he says, this is what I want to do. The Panovich Rav had an idea. The Chazon Ish lived down the block. He said, I'm going to bring him to the Chazon Ish. The Chazon Ish will work this out. The Heilige Panovich Rav, together with Mati and another person, goes with it, carrying clothing. They go to the Chazon Ish's house. It's Erev Shabbos. It's already 3 o'clock. They knock on the door. The Heilige Chazon Ish opens the door and he sees the matzav. He chaps right away. He sees a boy with his clothing. With pure eyes, he looks into the boy's eyes. He says, my Tayyid Mati, you can trust me. Give me harmony. My Tayyid Mati, I want you to tell me what's going on over here. You can trust me. Mati, for the first time in 4 years, started to cry. There's tears flowing down Mati's eyes for 20 minutes. He doesn't say a word. 20 minutes. He says like this. He said, the Germans came to my city. They took away my parents. They put them on a train. They said, when we get to the destination, we're going to see my parents again. He said, I never saw them again. He said, every single thing I was told in the last 3 years was a lie. Everyone's lied to me for the last 3 years. He said, I don't trust anyone anymore. He said, the only thing I have left in this world is these clothing. And he says like this, I know if I take them off and I change, they're going to take them away from me and they're going to throw them out. Because they don't want me to have them, they want me to forget. But he said, I want to keep on to them. It's the only thing I have left. Is therefore I'm scared to take off these clothing. You can imagine the Chazon Ish, the Panovich Rav are crying. Give out the little Kaira boy. The Chazon Ish says, don't worry, Mati, I'm going to give them back to you, but I have to wash them, L'Kavod Shabbos. He takes them off, he gives them the Chazon Ish, he changes, the Chazon Ish goes to his sink, and with tears in his eyes, he's washing the clothing, him and the Panovich Rav for 20 minutes. He squeezes them out and he gives them back and he says, Mati, do whatever you want with them. Chedra, we have to know that every single one of us has a Mati in us. Sometimes we see someone do something funny, people laugh, but if you only knew the story behind it, you would cry with them. You can imagine Mati's roommates when they heard what happened. They were crying with him. He has nothing left in the world. Is we have to realize Sinas China means that there's always a reason, and if we'd only know the reason, Gavalta wouldn't bother us, we would cry. Every time someone does something to you that bothers you, you have to know deep inside, there's There's a story, there's a Miti behind it. Da 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 da.